How would you feel if you discovered that you just won the lottery? You'd be pretty happy, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that you are already a multi-trillionaire, and you just don't know that your money is in a hidden bank account. Now I'm going to teach you how to tap into that account and realize the resources that you have. Imagine that you had $1 billion, and imagine that you lost your eyesight. What would you pay to have your vision back? I would pay $1 billion to be able to see again. Now, imagine that you had $1 billion and that you lost your hearing. How much would your hearing be worth? A few million? $500 million? What would you pay to have your hearing back? Let's say $500 million. And imagine that you had $1 billion. How much would you pay to have smell, to have taste? Imagine that you couldn't taste anything, that chocolate mousse and chopped liver were both you couldn't tell any difference. Imagine not having the ability to enjoy your food. How much would you pay to have taste again? And now imagine that you didn't have arms. How much would you pay to have arms again? So if you go through all of your senses, all of your limbs, all of your organs, and you make your own accounting of how much you would pay to have those things, if they were, God forbid, taken away from you, then you will realize that you are a multi-billionaire, if not a multi-trillionaire. Now, take into account also things that you don't have. You don't have AIDS. Well, that's worth $1 billion. You don't have cancer. Well, that's another $1 billion. You don't have MS or Lou Gehrig's disease or paralysis or any other condition. Recently there have been several different videos on Facebook. One of a quadriplegic who is a motivational speaker, and he doesn't let what he doesn't have get in his way of having happiness. You see also a video of a mother without arms who got married and had a child and is putting a diaper on the child with her feet and taking care of the child with her feet. And she's not dwelling on the fact that she doesn't have arms. She's happy. She's happy that she's a mother. She's happy that she's blessed. You see a video of a man who's dying of motor neuron disease. His days are numbered. But what is he doing? Is he sitting around and moping? No, he's painting portraits. He's being optimistic. So all of these people, instead of being sad about what condition they have, they're happy, they're motivated, they're inspired, they're optimistic. And how much more so should we be who are, thank God, healthy and complete and with all of our senses intact and without any major ailments or afflictions? We're so lucky, we're so blessed. Each of us, we're multi-billionaires. And if we lived in the reality of, being grateful for what we have, we would have a completely different experience, a completely different realization, a completely different life. Now, also, take into account all of the other things that I didn't mention, such as your children, your spouse, parnasa, if you have a job, or if you have a spouse that makes ends meet for your family. Look at all of those things, the roof over your head, the clothing that you have, the fact that you don't have to go on welfare or food stamps. There's so many things to be grateful for. So if we live in what we have instead of focusing on what we don't have, we will realize how fortunate we are, and we'll have no choice but to be ecstatic. So I bless you to dwell in all of the goodness, and if you live in that place, then you can't help but to be happy. God bless you. Bye-bye.